Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You right there watching this video, waiting for this live stream to start, or just watching the membership video, man, and why you should join the membership. Let's talk about it real quick, expeditiously. We got the 3 levels. You got the rookie level, you got loyalty badges, you got custom emoji badges, and you have members on the live stream. As we get more people flowing in to join the membership, I have members only live chat. That means everybody can see the video that want to see the video, but only members will be able to chat. That's $3. That's a rookie. The All-Star, you get personal shout outs before the videos, maybe after the video, mostly likely before the videos. You give a priority to reply in the chat. So as soon as I see you, I reply before anybody else. Get early access to pretty much all my non-boxing videos there. $10 a month. Then we got the boxing pound for pound superstar for all my boxing boys and gals out there. Get early access to prediction and most of our boxing content, virtual video collaborations, and open debate. So, if you want to pre-record or go live and debate me for a whole video, you got early access to new videos. Some of the videos in the All-Star as well too. And priority reply in the comments. So I see in the comments you get priority reply. No incident, $20 a month. So let me know what you guys think. Don't have a Patreon no more. So here's where you're going to get some of that exclusive content I used to have on the Patreon. Peace.
What it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Most exciting man in boxing. Exciting man in boxing. Led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Wilder, WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellas Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Man, here, man. 122 pounder, 10-5, man. Watch the Goodfellas Sports TV, bro.
Shout out to my friends from Goodfellas TV, from Alexis Too Sexy Salazar.
Hey, qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella, de parte de tu amigo Haymon. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
All right, man, let's get right into it. Charlo Castano's 2 fight week. Sorry for my fan. I just got done walking the dogs twice today, and I watched Miles and Minnie, so I'm just trying to cool down. So I'll turn it down in a minute. Also, Al Haymon blocking Spence Crawford. It was Canelo lost good for boxing. All right, so big fight this weekend. I think that might be the only big fight this weekend. I could be wrong. So let's look up the ring schedule. Got any other websites or apps that got schedules? Let me know. I use them periodically as well with ring. So you got the Milan, Italy card on the zone. I don't think too many people care about that. Yeah, man, I watched both of them. I've been Miles been missing. He been ducking and dodging bash for 2-3 weeks. I've just been busy. But let's pull this up and turn this fan down as I cool down. So I don't know what's going on here. All right, I'm a little too far in. There we go. Maybe later. So that's May 13th. Saturday, May 14th. Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castano. That's okay. Gilberto Ramirez fighting on the zone versus Dominic, whoever. Kovalev is fighting. So we got 3 fights this Saturday. Okay, we got 3 fights this Saturday. All right. Also, Charles Hatley fighting in Dallas. For those who in the Dallas area, you in Dubai, Badu Jack fighting. Oh yeah, Floyd Mayweather is fighting in. Okay, we got okay, I'm tripping. My bad. We got a couple fights this weekend. Like I said, man, I've been behind the 8 ball, man. I've been busy, but I still been trying to bring y'all consistent content. You feel me? So this weekend we got, in my opinion, Charlo Castano's headline this weekend. Also, the co-main event is Jerron Boots Ennis taking on Castano Clayton. Go check out YSN Media. His Bozzy Ennis, his father, gave an update on that camp. And Castano Clayton camp saying they're gonna take Boots to the deep end. Gilberto Ramirez fighting on the zone and light heavyweight. Hopefully, fights might work for fighting. Also, a really good fighter, William Zepeda, good prospect. He fight Rene Alvarado, war-torn vet. Then you got Kovalev taking on Kubrat Puev, younger brother at cruiserweight, 10-rounder. Kubrat Puev taking on Jerry Forrest. Jerry Forrest is the one who Big Baby popped hot against, and that's what got a suspension, not Anthony Joshua, because it's New York State Athletic. His New York State license hadn't been renewed, so he had a loophole. Evander Holyfield's son, is also fighting Saturday. And in addition to that, Fernando Vargas' three sons are fighting, and the most decorated one is making this pro debut. Floyd Mayweather is taking on Don Moore in Dubai. $14 pay-per-view. Badu Jack is on fighting. Also, Delphine Persons is fighting on that card as well too. And that rounds out the weekend. So you got, if you count Floyd, you got one major card, 2, 3. So you got 4 fight cards on Saturday, May 14th. 4 fight cards. Should be a lot of content being made. Also, don't forget, after the Kovalev card, Onyx will be taking on Cypress Hill. Insane in the membrane. Slam. Dun, 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 dun. Let the boys be. So it's a good night for music. Good night for boxing Saturday. Hopefully we ain't got too much going on. If you do, make sure you pay attention to my channel. We will cover it all. Sean, what's going on? Hold on. I messed. Give me 1 second. But yeah, we can start off with Canelo, then we get to Charlo, then we end off with what Spence been leaking out to people. So was Canelo lost good for boxing? Are we good? Yeah, I don't think it changed too much. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. I don't think it changed too much as far as, but he can be beat on the card in Vegas, in old Mexico. He can be beat. And it's good for boxing. All of his fights look pretty much predictable. Billy Joe from pretty much the Kovalev fight. He, people say he going around fighting the best, and that's cool. He talking about he want to give the fans what they want to see. And Errol Spence and Crawford should give the fans what they see. But you look at his boxing resume, he couldn't drain Kovalev. He couldn't drain Dmitry Bivol. He did have a rehydration clause on there. And I'm gonna keep saying that. Allegedly, it was he couldn't weigh in a certain amount on fight night. I allegedly heard it was 185 pounds. So he couldn't drain him. And even Bivol, I talk about this tomorrow, said he'd come down to 68 and fight him. So you look at fight Caleb Plant, nobody had him high. Billy Joe Saunders, solid fighter. Ivan Uterman, that was a mandatory, but he for sure be ducking and dodging another mandatory. So, like I said, he was finding white boys in the sport of boxing that we didn't even know it was this many white people in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? He was fighting white people left and right. And like I said before, people, I think his activity is the reason he topped my pound for pound list over Crawford. Crawford just ain't been active. And the welterweight division is just full of BS anyway. Talking about that later, but like I said before, his activity, ever since he fought Golovkin in 2018, the rematch, and he had suspension between the two fights. This dude then fought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. He fought 8 times and got one in the pandemic. He fought 8 times since 2018. So in 4 years, around 4 years, he fought 8 times. Come on. His activity, his rate alone in collecting belts and unified and being undisputed, he deserved to be pound for pound number 1. Flame on 24. Appreciate the super chat, bro. I'm at the cash app. Appreciate that. I got that. Take that. Appreciate that, man. You must have won some money on Bivol. Bryce, what's going on, bro? Lathers, what's going on? Sugar Short, what's going on? Dr. Blicky, what the stick here? What's going on? Canelo burnt out. Nah, that nigga ain't burnt out. He just, for one, he moved up to he bulked up too much. Make sure the thumbs up button. He bulked up too much. Me and Kobe was talking about that. He just bulked up too much for that fight. And his advantage is his hand speed. He ain't never had no feet. His advantage is always his hand speed. And he didn't have no speed advantage. And Bivol, he just didn't succumb to his pressure. He couldn't really hurt Bivol. His opponents usually come in drained, and he able to eventually wear down on them because they can't come in the way they want to come in. Well, Bivol said again, I come down to 68 and fight him for undisputed. So he really can't fade Bivol because Bivol is not a natural 175 pounder. But he got speed, and Canelo advantage was his speed. And Mike Tyson talking about he should have threw the jab. It was a reason he wasn't throwing the jab. He couldn't take away Bivol jab. He can't jab with Bivol. That means if he jab with Bivol, he got to reach. And once you reach from Bivol, it's a wrap. Once he planted his feet, Bivol was just using his feet against him. Bad matchup, bad matchmaking. He should have went to go beat up on Charlo. Only person I think that would have did him worse as far as at 68, maybe Benavidez. Because if Benavidez can take his shot and he put Canelo on the ropes like that, Benavidez probably would have killed Canelo, Buzz. And Canelo would be no more. But that's if Benavidez can take. Benavidez might get hit with a good body shot. That motherfucker might start singing Holy Negro spirituals. You might be the first time you see Benavidez taking a back foot, but Benavidez can take Canelo's shot. He'd beat the shit out of Canelo too. He can't stand in there with Benavidez. That's the thing about it. Benavidez gets you on that damn rope. He gets you on that ropes. Man, Benavidez, man, either Canelo gonna KO Benavidez or Canelo gonna evaporate like one of them Infinity Stones. He can't sit there with Benavidez. If he gotta hurt Benavidez. What up, Lion Killer Podcast? Go check out my boy Adonis Lion Killer. Yeah, he can't stand in there with Benavidez. If he gotta hurt Benavidez. And the thing about Benavidez, he got hand speed, but the thing he have to go to Benavidez's body often. But if he can't stop Benavidez from pressuring him, he going to sleep. Benavidez, like I'm just talking about a 68. Benavidez, he would have been in there with better BF. No doubt in my mind, I would have thrown some money on better BF. I would have threw some money on better BF. Y'all would have seen the first pound for pound champion get murked in the ring. He would have told Canelo ass out the frame. He talking about better BF. Man, better BF would have caught a homicide. They would have caught a homicide. Better BF. They would have been talking about he an illegal Russian. It shouldn't have been sanctioned. Throw him under the better BF would have annihilated Canelo Alvarez. I didn't really see that going past 5. It wouldn't have took 5 rounds. Ain't no fucking 154 pounder coming up fading him. He went vegan. For him to be a vegan, he was a big ass swole vegan. He was a big old swole vegan. And he always used to get tired in his fights. And the question is, it is good for boxing because these dudes around him, and even him, he not fighting the opponents that the fans want to see. Say what you want to say about Canelo. He is not fighting the opponents that the fans want to see. I'm gonna be honest. He's not fighting the opponents, but because Bivol just had been out the eye. He had an H, but he's not fighting the opponents. And with these dudes not giving us the fights we want to see, Crawford, Spence, Tank Haney, Tank Camboso, with them not giving us them premier fights, Charlo Hurd going down the river. You know what I'm saying? All these premier fights that we want to see, bro, they not giving it to us. So anytime anybody get upset in boxing, one of these top dudes get upset in boxing, it's a good day. The upsets is the only suspense in boxing now. Because you don't get thoroughbreds fighting thoroughbreds. Ricky, salute. You don't get that no more. You don't get thoroughbreds fighting thoroughbreds. So this ain't just a good thing for Canelo. Anytime it's an upset in boxing, when they not giving us consistent premier fights, it's great. Anytime somebody get upset. Could you imagine if Ugas would have upset Errol Spence and Sean Porter would have upset Terence Crawford? The internet would have broke. Upsets is good for the sport of boxing because they'll give you a secondary fight, but they won't even give you a secondary fight on time. Errol Spence should have fought Sean Porter like how many years ago? Canelo, Bivol is what it is, but people want to see Canelo. See, I think people want to see Canelo, David Lemieux back in the day more than they want to see Canelo Bivol. Talking back in the day, I mean, Charlo, he ain't been fighting. He had a fight to fight Jermell Charlo. He had a deal, and he turned around and fought James Kirkland instead. So miss me with that. Jermell, Demetrius Andrade, Lara, Canelo, they all was at the same division. He fought Canelo at Lara at 155 pounds. So, at the end of the day, bro, that's bad matchmaking. I don't know what made them, out of all the champions you could have fought in the world, out of all the champions you could have made move up, front, back, side to side on some UGK, out of all the champions, what possessed them to fight Bivol? Like this man said a few years ago, like, dog, I would come to 68 and fight you. You should have knew right then and there. I can't have, even if I rehydrate clause, I can't have no advantage. And if my source is true about the rehydration clause they had, that just made Bivol that much faster. You should have let him come in heavy and you would have had the advantage. But Canelo came in heavy. If he was 100% vegan, whatever he was, he came in, he bulked up too much. And Bivol didn't come in for power. Bivol didn't try to knock him out, bro. Bivol came in, he treated like an amateur fight. He came in to hit and don't get hit. He came in and scored on his ass. This dude bulked up. He bulked up thinking like, oh man, I'm gonna have to take his right hand. No, man, he should have trusted his chin, came in lean, and used his speed. But then again, his speed would have allowed him to get in and get out. His torso wasn't as slick as it usually is. He ain't never had no feet. Unless he fought Golovkin in the first fight. But his torso was too slow. You know, and it's the Canelo I see at 54 who didn't have no conditioning. I mean, shit, at 164.5 pounds when he fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., he got tired from beating on a punching bag all night. But anytime one of these dudes fighting boxing, these A-level, these A-size, these top dogs, it's always a good damn boxer when they lose. It's a fact. Because we don't get enough of these premium fights. And this wasn't a premium fight. Nobody asked for Dimitri Bivol. Now, all these boxing nerds and these, dudes that was saying, oh, this is a good fight. He gonna get Canelo a problem. Fine. I knew he was gonna get Canelo a problem. I told y'all he was nice, but I didn't think he can get a decision. He didn't get a damn knockout. I didn't think he can get a decision. And they tried to take it away from him. But anytime these dudes lose, these A-side fighters lose, it's a good night. Charlo lose, all right. If Charlo lose Saturday, I picked Charlo to win by 10-round knockout. But if Charlo lose Saturday, right, depending on what type of fight it is, I'm going to do more numbers. It's going to be more casuals. I'm going to do more numbers if Charlo lose. That's a fact. Everybody going to eat on Saturday night, from the writers, from the YouTubers, from the podcasters, from the people that did the interviews. We all, if Charlo lose, it's more lucrative. It's just the way it is because we don't get enough premier fights. We don't. Had they told Tony Harrison to go get the WBO belt and he got the WBO somehow for Castanos, Charlo undisputed fight would have been on, it would have been a trilogy and it would have been on pay-per-view. And you know what? I would have bought it because Tony Harrison on there. That's the best case scenario for him. Had Tony Harrison got that WBO and maybe his father never died, sorry to hear that too, that would have been the most lucrative fight for Jermell Charlo. He said, yo, where you been, bro? I've been around. He said, I don't want to see a rematch at Canelo Triple G3, Bivol better BS. He said that if I'm Bivol, hell no, I don't want to fight no better BS. You smoking crack. I want that Canelo rematch. I want that easy money. And he talking about I go to 68 and win undisputed. Hell yeah. I go fight, better BF. He fighting at the Hulu Theater. Man, I ain't thinking about him. I'm on the phone with Canelo, do rematch now, immediately. Hell yeah. That nigga about to hit a lick. Even if he lose versus Canelo, it don't matter. He about to get about 10, 15. Shit, if I'm him, I squeeze down and beat Golovkin ass too. Shit, make it a 2-for-1. Canelo know he can't fade him unless he get him later on. If Garville knocked Benavidez down Canelo, man, maybe. But Garville a real 168-pounder. So he a real 68-pounder. Canelo ain't really punching like that, bro. He just fighting dudes who can't. That's at a weight disadvantage. And he fighting dudes who come on. He not. If he can hurt Benavidez, he better be able to. If not, he going to sleep. Usyk, he probably would have paid Usyk to lay down. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. That's what Steven, man. Usyk been there, man. Usyk probably would have took that money and and got him a fucking island and called it the colonies of Ukraine. I'm telling y'all, the opponent y'all want to see him fight ain't fighting each other. They don't have, man, who Bivol fight? Bivol ain't fight better BF. How long Bivol been a real WBA champion? He ain't fought better BF, so I ain't really trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear none of that about Jermell and whoever the hell, Maul. Bivol ain't nobody. I knew this how people didn't care shit about Bivol. Ain't nobody press one if you want to see Bivol fight. fight Benavidez. Nobody was pushing for Bivol and Benavidez. Nobody. How long this dude been the official Super WBA champion, bro? Okay. So he been a super. Last year he became the actual Super WBA champion. And I don't know who was the. So Umar Salav, Andre Ward vacated it. So that title been vacated for 4 years. You see, that title been vacated for 4 years. And it looked like when he fought Craig Richards, he became When he fought Craig Richards, he became So that title had been vacant for 4 years, according to BoxRec. Because he just a Reggie WBA belt holder versus Lennon Castillo. So this dude only been since last year. Ain't nobody say, hey, man, he should go fight Benavidez. Ain't one of you niggas say that because y'all didn't even know. You know what I mean? People say, man, do you know who Dimitri Bivol? Hell yeah. I ain't seen every damn Bivol fight that was on HBO and ESPN, I believe. The Zone, I lost track on him. Something, salute. He said, I find it disgusting for anyone who has Canelo pound for after failing a drug. Man, he number one. Hey, it is what it is. Right? Man, let me be quiet. He number one. Crawford wasn't doing nothing. The newlywed had went life and death with Donaire. What else you want me to do? He ain't the only nigga that's hot. Ain't no who else I'm gonna put number one? The welterweight division, exactly what it is. It's a long wait. So I put Crawford at 2 until he fought Spence. And now Canelo lost. Whoever I'm gonna put at 1, unless I'm gonna put Bivol at 1. By default, he active, he unifying. He ain't the only dirty nigga in boxing. And I hate to defend that, but I mean be quiet because I don't want to I don't want to say nobody's name. He said, I know they thought why he said I know why they fought Bivol. I will tell you after your live bet. He said Bivol not a KO type of fighter, man. That's what benefited him in the long run. That's what benefited him. He never threw, and they said Benavidez said that's the hardest right hand he ever tasted in sparring. And you talking about that's what probably 16's on and headgear on. He says the hardest right hand he tasted. Then Joel Diaz, who was in his corner, said he said he started to believe Bivol had a chance when he seen him hitting the bag and throwing that right hand. So he didn't even unleash the hardest right hand that he could have threw. That's why he won. His mentality wasn't, I gotta win by knockout. It was he said it. They said it. He said they said it at the fighter meeting. He said as long as I know I won, I'm happy. So he didn't care. He came in and fought the perfect fight. That's how you beat Canelo. You're not gonna probably knock him out. Not right now. You use his feet against his you use your feet against his feet. Canelo got a plant to throw, bro. And he just had a beautiful game plan. And like I said, anytime one of these top fighters get upset, it's really good for boxing, bro. We really do numbers. It's really, if Bivol would have got robbed, yeah, that'd have been cool. But nobody want to put that energy in the air. Nobody want to say, Bivol got robbed and complain. Like, bro, they try to take it from him. But anytime these top fighters lose, not Canelo, it's a win for boxing. Because if they fought each other, everybody would have had losses. And then the guy that was beating everybody's ass, they would have been deemed special. But this is what boxing should be. That's what boxing should be. That's what boxing should be. Top fighters all the time. Charlo already lost before. Yeah, he did. I forgot. He said Billy Joe was styling on Canelo before, but he just never stepped it up to how Bivol did. Bivol stepped it up offensively. His volume took Canelo away. Billy Joe and Canelo just ran too much more. At some point, Caleb Plant be running versus bums. That's a fact. Caleb Plant be running versus bums, bro. I never seen Canelo as a great fighter. Who is great right now? Pound for pound list ain't too strong right now. Canelo lost so many rounds. His career is ridiculous. Yeah, he's a slow starter. He lost it like as a pound for pound number one. He ain't dominating his opponents like Crawford. But think about Crawford, dude. I'm tired of sitting around waiting for him and Errol Spence, bro. I don't give a fuck how I got to get done. Canelo, I don't care right down. Canelo is matchroom, and so is Bivol. Canelo needs to do a world tour and raise his profile. Canelo profile is hard enough. You making 50 a fight. Shit, I wouldn't care, but yeah, and a good, going across, abroad, but I'm not sure what the virus going around. He wouldn't do that. Anthony Ware, salute. He said Bivol got like 2 million. Oh, hell no. That's why he in boxing. He's talking about he went to what they deserve. Tony would have been stretched in third fight. Who knows? You never know. Shit, it would have been more important than Castano's. And Charlo not taking shots well at all no more. If you look at the way he getting hurt, you know what I'm saying? He not taking shots. He been at the weight too long. Charlo crying in Texas right now. He said Bivol move 168, takes Canelo belts. He will be the baddest man on the planet. Yeah, you can't take it away from him at that point. He went down. He let you drain him. He said these fanboys believe in Canelo power so much. Too much of prime Joe Smith couldn't hurt Bivol. Hate to break it to y'all, but Canelo not thumping harder than Smith. Yeah, I mean, Smith is probably on high on the pound for pound list, but Canelo, like I said, I never really looked at him as that type of puncher, bro. He just fought, he fought dudes that stood in front of him. If you're going to stand in front of him, you fought guys that ran and gave him leverage and didn't know how to use his feet against. Like, man, I don't really rate Caleb playing high at all. Better BF Doug. Man, he ain't Doug no big. Man, you smoking crack. You smoking crack. That boy, a machine. And, he might be getting old. Never know. Joe Smith might can land a punch, but that motherfucker's a machine. Ain't nobody really fucking with Better BF. You be honest. Like, only person I enjoy watching more than Better BF is maybe Terence Crawford and maybe Deontay Wilder. Them maybe the only two that I enjoy watching, or in Inoue. That'll be like maybe Crawford and Inoue, Wilder, and Better BF. Them the only fighters I put in that class. You know what I'm saying? Chocolito fun to watch too, but he ain't like Better BF. Like, you gonna get your bang for your buck. Better BF gonna get your bang for your buck. That's the thing about Better BF. He gonna get your bang for your buck. He gonna bang you out the frame. You gonna get your money's worth. I'm telling you. So I'd rather Bivol, and I'm a huge Better BF, but I'd rather Bivol go get your fucking money, bro. Don't worry about Better BF. He fighting in the Hulu theater. Top Rank is on to work with. Yeah, they work with each other to make Conor Ben and Jose Ramirez. So that's cap. They didn't work together in the past. I'd rather take boxing analysts from a roll of shit paper than hear Stephen A talk about boxing. You ever see him hit the gloves, bro? He said he came off shoulder surgery, though. Well, earn a loss for Cinnamon. Good behavior. He was out there talking motivational speaking and shit, man. Y'all seen that after the fight? I ain't mad at him, bro. I mean, this is what happened when you take chances. He took a chance and he found the dude. That's why I kind of figured out that he really didn't want to fight Charlo, because he really couldn't drain Charlo moving up. So I figured he picked somebody worse, because Bivol's skill set is way better than Charlo's. That's just the truth. Now Charlo jab might be better, but he don't like using it. So, I'm just saying, man, like, as far as like, if he gonna stay under 68, the best chance for somebody to beat him is David Benavidez. That's the best chance for somebody. But if he can't hurt Benavidez, if he can hurt Benavidez, I want to see how Benavidez look when he get hurt. But if he can't hurt Benavidez, he gonna get dog walked around that ring. I'm telling you. Because Benavidez gonna try to knock him out on the ropes, or Canelo gonna lay in the counter and put him down, or put him. That's a fight. That's a great fight. The Spence don't fight Bud this year. Watching it for free. Man, look here, man. I don't even really care at this point. I'm gonna get there. I don't even care about it at this point. Because, Al Haymon, bro, if it's true what he's saying, Al Haymon the cancer. He really is. He said, I wonder if Boots becoming the IBF mandatory going to put pressure on Stump. No, they already got a plan. He not never fighting Boots. He not fighting Boots. Like, he already know who he moving up. He know who he moving up verse. I know if it's a tune-up, a title fight. Everything is scripted. No lie, CJ, I was happy when Canelo lost. I'm happy any of these top fighters damn near lose. Really? Shit, you happy any of these cats lose? Why not, man? I'm tired of the same old. Malik B. Salute. He said, better BF, don't hold Bivol. Man, better BF. Man, I'll take your money on that one, too. Give me your money. Give me your money and see what happened to your boy. Y'all was screaming, Gooseflick. Oh, he's winning. I'm like, that motherfucking out. And next thing you know, he quit. That nigga was Canelo's sparring partner for this fight. Bivol better, man. Bivol ain't gonna let man. Y'all, you dealing with a different animal. Better Biev is a different animal. And he 37. So he just weighed them out. I'm like, get your Canelo check. Boxing Jr. and Canelo last when I heard and still I said impossible. Man, boxing is rejuvenating when any of these niggas lose, man. These top fighters lose. It's rejuvenating when any of these dudes lose, man. And when you got the dudes that want to fight the best, then they counterpart the other guy that's gonna make they don't want to fight each other, or promoters, managers getting in the way. You just wish it was a slave shit like Dana White. I don't care what they making. I don't care who you got to borrow money for training camp. What your pre-dim is. I don't care. Tony Ferguson got knocked the hell out Saturday. And then old boy who moves weight, he beat Oliver. He beat my man's Justin Gaethje. He was talking all that shit about quitting and Gaethje gonna quit. So I like seeing shit like that, bro. Like Dana, I like watching the slave shit. You know, not Amistad, but I like a dictatorship when it comes to combat sports. You know, if you ain't gonna fight one belt, give me that belt. They got an interim and the UFC championship belt. That's it. If you don't want to fight somebody, we're gonna strip you. We the sanctioned belt body, we the payer, we the promoter, we everything. We're gonna strip you and move on and put you at number 15 unless you got to work your way back up. Or if you're injured, interim fight. Now, I don't like how he be treating some of the brothers over there, but it is what it is. You better be on your shit like Ngannou and keep improving. That's what boxing need. Canelo, man, all these niggas had like, man, only the truly special fighters wouldn't have no losses. Or the dudes in the weak division. Only them wouldn't have no losses. He'll gas even faster versus Benavidez. The thing about it is when you hurt somebody, it kind of like you ever play Fight Night and you like got somebody hurt and your energy bar start flashing and you can't get tired. That's the thing about it, bro. If you hurt somebody, bro, anytime somebody more output that's gonna increase Canelo's chances of hurting them and countering him. That's the only thing about it. But if Benavidez can keep his distance in his own special way, you know, that'd be interesting. Charlo versus Benavidez, you know, I want to see that. At this point, man, I'm tired of the Charlo twin. I'm tired of that one. I wouldn't mind. I ain't always down to see the brothers lose, but I'm at that point I wouldn't mind it. That nigga really hid, but they had another angle. He really hid behind the security. I fuck with David Benavidez though. Kobe 2K fan, salute. What it do, CJ? We in the building. You can hit my link tree. You can find me everywhere on Linktree for Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all in one link. You got dummies in here putting faith in Bivol. Better be able to put him on the milk card. Don't do that. I mean, at the end of the day, he is 37 years old, and Bivol got youth, but better be able. I want to see him crack one title crack at cruiserweight. You know, he dropped Usyk in the amateurs. UFC got 700 fighters. Shit. Because they got all them damn dojos across the world. They finding fighters like Professor Xavier when he put what's it called? What's that shit he put on? The little thing he put on. He put on his head and he find talent, man. UFC doing it the right way. Even though they should go ahead and pay their fighters though. But UFC doing it the right way, bro. You know, they doing it the right way. Super fun, Master G. But, you know, Arthur punches through people. I'll bet whatever on him. He said something. McGee and Triple G would be a fun fight. Yeah. McGee fighting Danny Jacobs. I forget the date. I forget where it was at. I said it already. Thurman Lucky Boxing doesn't have UFC model because if it was, he couldn't beat Barrios and get no title shot. He would have had to fight Ortiz or Ennis to get a shot. I mean, yeah, you know, you would have had to been fought Crawford a long time ago. You had Canelo. Yeah, I had him number one. I'm just sick and tired of Spence and Crawford not fighting, bro. So I was gonna wait till they fought if they didn't fight or Canelo lost, which I didn't really see that happen. Cerebro, that's what it was. That ain't happened. I was at the point where Canelo, I thought he was gonna get another belt. I'm like, fuck it, he could be number one. Fuck it, I didn't care no more. But we get there. I mean, I heard they have to rotate Bear to be as sparring partners. It's usually because he hit too hard. Yeah, man. When Triple G was sparring like Tony Harrison and them dudes, when Tony was coming up, they were wearing rib cages so Triple G could hurt their ribs. I looked that up. We got a whole little video on it. 1 hour salute. But let's move on. We got Charlo and Castano fight week. Hopefully, you know, what will be the odds? Hold on. What is the odds on it being another draw? Hold on. What is it? The odds on this joint being another draw? What could the odds be? So Charlo is a sizable favorite. He's a negative 200. It's more than what it was. So you got to bet 100 to win. You got to bet 200 to win 100. Castano's a plus 154. You got to bet, if you bet 100, you win 154 in profit. So so the draw is a 1800. Hold on, they ain't got no choice. They ain't got no other bets on here. It's just it'll come. They bets will come up. So it's the line is getting bigger though. The line is getting bigger. I heard there's a whole bunch of tickets left. Ty sent me something on Twitter showing that the Charlo twins, they like going to they like going to they like going to LA a lot. They be running with Chris Brown and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's too much stuff to do in LA. Like at the end of the day, if I'm going to LA, you think I'm going to LA for you think I'm going to LA when to watch boxing, when it's booty and titties everywhere and these women everywhere and everything. Great food out there. You can go see a concert. You can go to Vegas. So this was sent with me a couple days ago. So they say every block for Charlo Castanos, this was May 4th, so it's 5 days ago, still has about 75% of. Well, this was the same situation. This is the same situation at this same arena. It's called the Dignity Health Center now. It used to be known as the Stub Hub. This is the same situation with Sean Porter and Ugas. Ugas, Sean Porter, Ugas couldn't move no tickets. So they was giving away a lot of tickets. It was cold too. So, I mean, then you go to LA, you paying more taxes. So I don't even know why they fighting in LA. Castanos, I heard Charlo wanted to fight there. Castanos wanted the even playing field. It's still old Mexico. So, I mean, like I said, it's a big fight this weekend, man. It's the biggest out of the Mayweather fight, out of the Kovalev, Triller, Onyx, and Cypress Hill, which I'm excited about that versus bet on that Kovalev card. And then obviously better than Gilberto Ramirez. So, it's a big fight. I don't even know what the undercard. Oh yeah, Custio Clayton and Deron Ennis fighting for the IBF mandatory, which, like I told y'all, that ain't gonna happen for Boots. He not getting Errol Spence. Unless some miraculous thing happen. I don't see it. So, Deron Ennis, you got Kevin Gonzalez, 20-0 and 4-1 draw. I don't even know who this dude is. So the undercard this week, I just show up for the co-main event, honestly. So yeah, they fighting Saturday, man. And like I said before, I think whoever utilizes the jab is probably gonna come out on top. But it's a certain type of jab he throw, because Castanos was able to push Charlo to the ropes without a consistent jab. He just used, he slipped, he used feints, and he came around the guard, he used combination punches to put Charlo back on the ropes. And I just think if he came behind the jab, I think his chances increased by tenfold to beat Jermell Charlo. So, like I said, it's got to be the right jab. I think he should mix in a power jab, that piston-like jab. I think whoever jab, the right way, consistently, probably gonna control this fight. And this ain't go for Charlo. You know what I'm saying? The good, consistent jab, that power jab that he throw, that's meant to knock people out. Once you throw it hard, you commit to that jab. Castanos or any respectable fighter is going to pick up the speed of that jab, and that's why he got beat on. He didn't have nothing else but that hard power jab to keep Castano off. And then when he landed the power jab, it was more about Castanos being tired. It was more about Castano's conditioning. When he landed that power jab, then he landed a two behind it and came back with a hook, whatever he came back with. That's when he hurt Castanos. But Castanos was able to survive because the jab, the shots that he was setting shit up with was all hard. He threw them all hard. If Charlo just let his punches flow like he used to, at least the jab, if he came with a consistent jab, Castanos wouldn't be able to pony down on him. He wouldn't be able to dictate space. If he brought his base in just to smidge it and popped that jab and doubled it and mixed in a power jab every now and again, Castanos couldn't do nothing but get knocked out. But he throw it hard, somebody like Castanos who really good upper body movement, he can slip it. He can slip that shit. And then as soon as you slip it, Charlo wanna move backwards. When he slip his jab, it ain't even like, instead of me throwing a hard right down the middle, I'm gonna drop the right hand to the body and come back with the left hook, or I'm gonna drop the right to the body and clinch. He throwing a jab, and Castano slips the jab. I wish I could show the video. He slips the jab, right? And Charlo just fall back. You know what I'm saying? It's like if he don't land that jab, it is what it is. He just like, man, he gonna go to the ropes. And like I said before, man, with Derrick James, he got to stop training his fighters the same. Pop that jab. And then he should be having that motherfucker throw a check hook. When he popping that jab, bro, turn it to it. You can't throw a power jab and turn it to a check hook because you're putting all your weight on your back foot, bro. You putting your weight on front foot, so you really can't check it because the way he throwing the jab. But if he was using that Lennox and that Kronk, that Kronk Vitaly Klitschko jab, that Vladimir where he measuring, he popping it out. You know what I'm saying? Even just pulling it out there, Castano still got to get in. He got to reach to hit you. He still has to reach to hit you, bro. But you throw a power jab, guess what? Once he slipped a power jab, you know what I'm saying? And you ain't following up with nothing. Once he slipped the power jab, he on the inside. And he throwing 3, 4, 5, 6 punches. You know? So Charlo, they really should be working on just shooting that jab on the toes a little bit. You know, when he rushed in, hit him with that check hook Fury was hitting Dillian White with. You know? He really need to tone it down just a lot. If he toned it down and took his time, dog, this shit wouldn't happen. This wouldn't happen. You know, this would not happen right there. He too aggressive, and you know, this is the perfect opponent not to be aggressive with. You know, this is a perfect opponent to kind of go back to what he was. But he always struggled with people that pressure him. He always struggled with that. And Castano's got 67.5-inch arms, so he ain't one of these, you know, he one of these short guys, but he got 67.5-inch arms. And Charlo he's 6 foot with 73. I mean, shoot, this dude almost got a 5-inch reach advantage, and he giving it up. He giving it up off rip. He giving it up off rip, bro. Like I said before, man, that's the difference between being like elite pound for pound fighter and being the king of a division. It's just small shit like that, bro. Small, like this. Pop that jab out there, bait him in. When he jump in, check hook his ass and turn him. Or you ain't even got check hook. When he come in, spin him. When you spin him, he has to reset. Jump right on him, bro. It's just so much. It's a lot of shit he left. I know he didn't. They were saying he didn't train the way he should have trained, but I don't care. I don't care if he would have came in top condition that fight. He probably would have still got the knockout, but he still would have struggled because it's just little shit that he left out on. He just little shit that he didn't do. And he been struggling like this versus Vanes Monterrosa his whole career. Gabriel Rosado was able to push him back. John Jackson was able to push him back and have a lot of success. So he did the Charles Martin challenge. You know, I had a lot of success. You know, he can't deal with pressure. It don't matter who he with. Derrick James, Charlie Murphy, whoever he with, Ronnie, Ricky, Mike, Ralph, Bobby, it don't matter. He can't take pressure. You know, support the channel. Cash App, $CJ Good 313. He can't take pressure. And Castanos was the perfect opponent. They should have just went on and let Teixeira hold that title. PBC be letting they greed get in the way of common sense. Common sense, they let that greed. And Charlo could have been undisputed, bro. He could have fought Patrick Teixeira, paid Teixeira a couple dollars, could have fought Teixeira, knocked Teixeira out. He could have been undisputed. Could have happened in a blink of an eye. But no, we want to keep everything in-house. Man, I don't even know how they still got faith in now, boy. I'm surprised ain't nobody brought a baseball bat to our office like Ice Cube, Damon Webster. Salute, what's going on, bro? Said the fights in L.A. do be lit, bro. They just got to be scheduled at the time. I might go to Charlo Castano's. Man, y'all don't know what lit is in the L.A. at sporting events. Other than even the Laker games, you know, other than the stars being there, y'all don't have no real good atmosphere at all in LA. You know what I'm saying? At sporting events, like people do be doing busy snorting that devil dandruff, and you know, y'all got too much to do. Y'all don't really have no real crowd, bro. And like I said, I never been to a fight, but y'all don't really have no real crowd at their sporting events. Even when he said 1,000 on Castano's to lose. Well, go ahead. Even at the Laker game, that used to be burnt. She'll kill. Oh, y'all announcer nigga was born as hell. Sure kill. Oh, y'all niggas too busy gang banging and chasing skirts and shit. I ain't mad at y'all. Y'all got too much other shit going on. Charlo might be raging at 54 if he lose a lot of water from his body. I mean, he always in shape, so he said I got 4K on Castano's unanimous decision. I mean, okay. Yeah, I know I made this observation. The mofos got mad, but Derek James and Renato are one-dimensional trainers. That's something that they have in common. Yeah, Derek James trainers fighters the same. They be in good condition. He just lucky he got durable fighters. You know, LA got a laid back crowd. All yeah, like they ain't like Miami. You know, they ain't like, you know what I'm saying, like Brooklyn, Detroit. I mean, they ain't even like Indiana. Ain't shit else to do in Indiana though. But for Castano, bro, I think a good consistent jab, double it, triple it, a good consistent jab for him. And I think instead of hunting for the head, I think him going to the body is probably gonna be the most. It's probably gonna be important for him. I think that body shot is gonna be key. I think a good body shot instead of I was telling him let's work the body. And that's the rule of thumb that a lot of people don't follow in boxing no more. When you in there with a guy with a really good chin, kind of something that Bivol did. Bivol took the air out his tires. If you notice, Bivol didn't have to do a lot of body work, but Bivol took the air out his tires. And that's what really got Canelo tired. It really wasn't that he set a hot pace. Bivol took the air out his tires with just little knick-knack body shots. And I think Castanos need to put a full out body attack. And I think, then, I think an uppercut mixed in his arsenal. I just think a good jab, some body work, and then an uppercut, he'll be all right. He'll probably take it home. Whoever jab probably more likely gonna win this fight. Whoever uses a jab. He said, I can't believe Andrade pulled out his. I can. LA got tacos and beautiful Latin women, fudge sports. Samuel say, So yeah, like I said before, whoever jabbed on this fight, and it's gonna be explosive, bro. I favor Charlo because I just don't think Castanos, I don't know. And I don't know about the bicep. I don't know about, I don't know. Do they do Vada? I don't know nothing. But that fight is going to be legendary, in my opinion. That's too bad it couldn't be, too bad it couldn't be, I don't know, like where it really could have been that, but, because in Texas, it's cool. This, to be honest, I'm gonna say some real shit right here. This is a Barclays Center fight. To be honest, this is a Barclays Center fight. This is a really good Barclays Center fight. This fight should have been at the Barclays Centers, in my opinion. This is a good. And if I had a second option, then you like to see it in Vegas, bro. Somewhere urban, bro. Obviously they don't want to be in Texas no more. Maybe they should have tried out New Mexico. I don't, it ain't really urban, but shit, it would have been something different. Said Martin Bacalhau and Tony Yoka this week too earlier in the day. Okay. Tony Yoka was that one that was ducking and dodging them tests. Boo ducking Peter Parker. I ain't never seen that dude fight, to be honest. I can't really say. Like he was in some good shape though, but like I said, come Saturday, man, you got some really good fights. It'll be some good week to make content, but this is the creme de la creme of the night. It may be the creme de la creme of the month. Canelo did lose, so I don't know. Could Castanos upset Charlo? He could, but my thing is he got to bring a jab, bro. And if I'm Charlo, I'm gonna do the Canelo. I'm jabbing at his bicep. I'm gonna see if his bicep really hurt, and if it ain't, I'm jabbing. But Charlo Castano's. You with the same Charlo, it just Castano's going to have to survive the first round and a half or 2 rounds because Charlo going to come out in. And, he going to try to jump right on Castano's. And I think for Castano's, body punch, he not going to see a counter body punch come, I promise you. Keep your guard tight. And I'm telling you, when he throw reckless, come right to the body. Even if you throwing one single hard body shot. Because when Rosario hit him to the body, he talking about he got hit in the back of his head. Them dudes with good chins don't like body shots. If Castano should counter to the body. When he come out hot, Castano should really counter to the body if he come out and throw that shit. You know, he can go to the body, jab, get in there, go to the body, then rip the uppercut, then come around the guard upstairs. That's what he should do. I'm telling you, take his legs away from him. He really gonna be on the ropes. If he had legs, like he had legs last fight going right to the ropes willingly. That's what I'm doing. I'm jabbing, I'm touching that body. You know, but like I said, this is gonna be one of the best fights of the year, I think. If Castano's really in shape, I don't know like his status of his arm, or was he flushing something out, or he just wasn't on weight. I don't know. But you know, it's a rumor going around that said if Charlo win another belt, his bag go from 2.7 million to almost 4. Al don't want to pay him $4 million. So I mean, that's just like a little rumor going around, but like I said before, I don't know how true it is. I don't know how true it is, but that's like a little rumor going around. But good fight. I mean, then you got Jerron Ennis. I'll talk about that for a minute. You got Jerron Boost Ennis taking on Custio Clayton. And apparently Custio Clayton and them saying that he ducked this fight several times. That's what they said. They said this dude ducked this fight several times. And that they kind of said no a few times. And you know, like I said before, man, I think you know, to get a title shot, it'll benefit him to go some rounds. Honestly. Now, if he gets to the title level and he start running through champions, I mean, shit, you know, when a couple things happen, he truly might be special, or he truly might be too big for the weight class. So I'll tell you this right now, I'll be very surprised if Spence fought him. If Spence stand at welterweight, it's because Al Haymon want him to fight Keith Thurman. And boy, I mean, I wouldn't watch that fight at this point, but we get there. But that's you know, Clayton, big, strong welterweight. So, you know, to me, I thought he outboxed Sergey Lipinets, but he didn't get the decision, whatever. He got a draw. So, you know, it's Boost time to shine. He on the big stage. He in L.A., come affiliate in L.A. And maybe he make a couple fans going out there. But Clayton is technical, you know. I mean, if he do hurt Boots, it's going to be with a counter shot. I don't really see it. He's just very, very patient. So, I mean, it's a good fight. So, hopefully, y'all check it out Saturday. I mean, it's better. It's one of their better co-features. It's one of their better co-features in PBC regular Showtime history. So, yeah. What's going on, Kobe?
What's up, bro?
Yeah, I don't see the winner. I mean, if Custio Clayton win, he might get Errol Spence, but I don't see Boots. I don't think Errol Spence fighting Boots.
I don't think Errol fighting anybody of substance in this lifetime.
Keith Thurman ain't a substance.
Do a bear wipe his leaf? Wipe his ass with a maple leaf?
Oh man. He says, Zach said, what's going on? What's up, on Zach? He said, okay, I read that one. He said free smoke on the fight night. Oh, fight night. Like y'all niggas still playing that? I mean, I seen the other game they brought out.
ESBC?
I wasn't impressed.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't impressed.
I was impressed.
Maybe I gotta play the gameplay or something like that, but
you ain't like the graphics?
No, it look like I want to be like shitting on them, bro. And
they got the body types and everything down.
I just look like a mobile game to me, bro.
What?
It's like I play on my Samsung or some shit. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I have to play.
I think you tripping. You tripping.
That shit just look mobile. It just looked too mobile, bro. Maybe I'm used to EA and 2K.
You used to EA. Like
it just look like a mobile phone game. Like you just go ahead and they might as well just upload that to Google and Apple Play Store and let niggas play it.
That's what it look like. That game look like the real deal. I know. To be honest, I don't think it's ever gonna come out before what we see.
I wasn't impressed.
Looks like the real deal.
And I'm a video game historian. Let's move on to sprints. I ain't got all day. I'm about to put my barbecue on the grill from yesterday.
AKA Zoom.
I don't even eat barbecue. Zoom. You know, I got some glizzy. I had some glizzies on the grill.
Yo, chill. Where's Henry? Henry!
I had some glizzies on the grill. It is what it is.
Oh my goodness.
Them joints was fire. I had 2 steaks left too. Yeah, what steaks, man? Like, I is what it is, man.
Pause to you saying that.
Man, that shit good, bro. You can't eat all beef too, brother. Like,
hey, yo.
Turkey. Man, Yeah, man, what's wrong? At least I said I ain't gonna put on. At least I ain't say I'm gonna stuff my mouth with as many. He said, actually, I take that back. Let me get Boost and Danny for the vacant IBF. Man, Danny ain't not.
Danny's never gonna fight. Danny's never gonna fight for a championship again.
Boy, he gonna fight Keith Thurman for a vacant title if Spence don't get him. Okay, let's get to the topic of discuss. The main topic now.
Here we go.
What he say? Hey, Stacy, that's you. Don't say my name, cuz.
Did you say my name, blood?
He said, "Don't say my name." That's what Errol Spence told your boy, Baldy. He said, "Could you stop saying my name? Just say you heard the source." He told him, "Just say you heard the source." And Earl been telling him that Al Haymon is the one that's making him ask for 80-20 still for the Crawford fight. And Al is saying Crawford is demanding 50-50. And Spence did what he said. He said he willing to compromise and do 60-40. But Al Haymon said he 80-20, take it or leave it for Terence Crawford. So he said he told Spence that he's trying to get that 1.5 billion back that he started to invest in PBC. Now, per se, I don't know what the plan is for Errol Spence moving forward. About how, and if they trying to get that 1.5 billion back, it gotta involve Canelo Alvarez and possibly maybe Floyd Mayweather.
There is no Floyd Mayweather happening, but it's gonna involve Canelo.
So that's what I gotta. That's what I think. He said that is Al. Now, can he stand on the table and like, Al, man, I want to make this happen, or I'm gonna have to find a new manager or whatever. I don't know. He said he'd never go against Al, but he never wanted the fight to begin with.
Yeah, he does. So that's the thing. So my whole thing is he out here talking about I'll compromise for 60-40 and it's Al, not me. But you never showed any type of urgency to make the fight in the first place.
Because that's why Al had the social media sites putting up the Thurman fight. He said, "Take the L out of the lover." That's how you know it's true.
Yeah. And then
Baldy don't even have the comments. I don't know why. Well, you can leak that to anybody, but Baldy. If he told me something, right, I'm not gonna say his name. I'm gonna say, "Well, I heard from a good source." Like for the nigga that used to cover basketball, he just don't like. Bruh, the world would be a better place without him. How about that?
Who we talking about?
Al? Who we talking about? No.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, like, bro, like he shouldn't have to call and tell you and say, "Don't say my name." If somebody says something like, "Hey, yo, this is what I heard," I'm not gonna say, "Will, Bob told me." You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, yo, hold on. Like, and then most people already tell you, they be like, "Well, this is what I heard, CJ, man, don't say my name." But I be like, "I already know. I ain't about to say no nigga name. Boy, nigga, that was Jim, man. Jim from 151 3rd Ward." And he was like, "No, I ain't about to say no dumb." Like, bro, he's an idiot. And Errol Spence an idiot, man, for still messing with that idiot, bro.
After he done put your...
he probably told him to put that out there. I put one and one together. He probably told him, and for Crawford, it don't really matter when you look at it. He ain't taking 60-40. He ain't taking 80-20. They should have just like Sean said, they should have just talked to flat fee.
There's numbers. Like my boy Larry Jones said, numbers.
Yeah, somebody on Twitter said, "Bud don't have nowhere to go." What you mean he ain't got nowhere? You
don't
think
know where to go?
Like you think he ain't thinking about that? Like people got to understand. You think somebody, he probably like, "I probably just gonna retire."
And then you got tell me, let me cook for a second. And then you got people like Gemini who's telling me in the Discord, "Oh, well, it's probably a good thing the fight not happening anyway because Errol would have smoked him. Second of all, nobody knows who Terence Crawford is." And then go pull up these weird ass metrics maps that say that majority of people know. What do metrics got to do with this fight? Did anybody pull up any metrics when Deontay Wilder called Tyson Fury when he was out here cocained up and eating Twinkies every 5 seconds? Did anybody give a damn about metrics then? He still got his 50-50, right? Didn't Sean Porter?
Twice.
Did anybody care about metrics when Sean Porter fought Errol? When Sean Porter was in StubHub Center and then fighting in front of a full crowd of 5? When he got his 50-50, Did anybody pull up metrics then? But all of a sudden, it come to Bud, right? We talking about metrics and who knows who, and what type of splits we need. All of a sudden, we need those type of metrics to make sure that we can make the fight. Yeah, you know why you need metrics? Because you know you're going to get your ass whipped. That's what it is.
Man, and Errol Spence is his fans are the main ones that don't want to see. Look, I mean, if you're going to not support the biggest fight, that can be made on PBC, fine. I told y'all, they the ones who don't want to see the fight, bro. Well, it's a good thing it's not cool. I'm fine. They won't get no more money out of me, bro.
Nah, it's to the point where
I will
ain't
stream
even
everything.
debate.
Look, if they put the fight on YouTube, I'll still stream it. I promise you.
I'm telling you this right now. I ain't even gonna debate fools on who will win or who won't win no more. After I saw what I saw yesterday, it is what it is. To be honest, if I wasn't getting,
he could be lying too. He could just be putting it on Al.
He could be. Because I really think he is lying. Because guess what? Do you agree or disagree? Errol Spence, right, as a 3-belt welterweight champion, right? He's not a bigger draw than Adrian Broner in his prime prior to losing to Maidana.
He's not really a bigger draw than Terence Crawford. His numbers are all fabricated. They lied.
Yes, sir. But yes or no? Was he not? Is he not a bigger? No, he's not a big. And AB went against Al, as you said plenty of times. You pointed out. I didn't know this. You pointed it out. He went against the game plan for Maidana when they wanted him to go to 140. And he probably could have collected easy belts at 140. And they would have just ushered him in as the new Floyd once Floyd was ready to retire.
Like I said before, bro, he could be lying and saying, "Oh, it's Al," or
he could be lying. The one that really don't want to fight. Derrick James don't want to fight. His daddy don't want to fight. His whole squad don't want to fight. Whoever else is on his training staff does not want to fight.
Unless he just said that, and then they're gonna pop up with the announcement. So, but like I said before, man, Crawford just said 2 weeks ago he still ain't getting no contract. Didn't he just say that?
Yeah.
They still ain't got no contract. So, like I said before, they won't be getting no money out of me, bro. I'm good. Like, bro, I'm not going to your event. I'm not the man. I'll keep call me Top Rank Toby if you want to. I'll keep sporting Top Rank because at least they making shit happen.
They got a unification fight coming up in June. They got two unification fights coming up in June. One for Undisputed, one for basically the real Undisputed at light heavyweight. So compared to what's going on, the best fight that PBC got to offer is the one that's coming up this Saturday. Other than that, I don't know what to look forward to from that TV show.
Man, it's a shame, bro. It's a shame, bro. Here's get the 1 point, man, bro. And Al Haymon taking and reinvest y'all money. Y'all not even getting, man, let me be quiet. Castano says he wants to make Charlo quit for paid accusations. He said Boots ain't got no fan base. You crazy. Kofi, salute. Support the channel, Venmo, CJ Good 313. Appreciate that. Kofi says, what up, Kobe? Smash the like button and please share the content on all social media platforms. Appreciate it, Kofi. Said Errol been fighting substance. Y'all seeing his toxicology report, laugh my ass off. I mean, like I said before, it's just to the point where, if you don't see it right now with Al Haymon, you ain't gonna never see it, bro. You ain't gonna never see it. If you don't see it right now, bro, you will never see it. If he don't make this fight, it ain't like Crawford hid behind Bob Arum, which he should have. He should have just stood with Bob. And Bob told him, but you don't know where Bob be lying or telling the truth, especially when somebody slander your name through the media.
And plus, Bob was pushing that Josh Taylor fight on him too.
Not even just that, because Bob told him they didn't want to fight. He didn't want to believe Bob. Bob told him, he said they don't want to fight you. He didn't. He went to go see for himself. And what Bob should have said, you know what, Terence, man, go see if you can go get that fight. If not, man, come on back. Come on back. That's what he should have did.
Yeah.
Like, just forget that. They go pay for the Sean. They didn't want to try to pay for the Sean Porter fight.
Remember that fight had been being negotiated since the summertime. Remember
they wasn't trying to put no money up for that fight neither, bro.
Remember that?
PBC wasn't trying to put money up for that fight neither.
No.
So they could have just said, let's introduce you right now to PBC. Then we get you
Sean Porter.
Like, man,
And to be honest, in hindsight, we should have known Sean was gonna retire after that fight, because when does PBC ever let somebody with that big of a name crossover?
Yeah, he said that he told them that he wouldn't fight nobody but Terence Crawford. So it is what it is. Like I said before,
Sean got more nuts than Errol Spence.
And then of course, and then he leaking it out to him. Come on, man. Like, bro, just come out and you had enough to say, take the L out of over. I want to fight Keith Thurman. Come on, tell Al publicly I want to spend. He could have got on the phone with Terence Crawford, like, look here, man. You know, I got 60-40 for you, but man, I'm Terence Crawford, bro. Man, I just go live my best life, man. I'll make sure this whole vacate his belts before I vacate mine. That's just what it'd be. I gotta go beat up on Virgil Ortiz. When I watch he try to fight Virgil Ortiz, and then they be like, "No, he ain't ready." Why should I tell you? Come on, man. I'll hold on to that belt if I gotta fight whoever I got. I'll hold on to that belt till he dropped them 3 belts. I would. I will hold on to them 3 belts until he dropped them 3 belts, bro. When he dropped them belts, then I'll drop mine.
Yeah,
he not gonna move up and get. He can beat Spence up to 54 pounds. They just gonna maneuver around him because they don't rank alphabet champions. You know, and then they're not gonna give him Charlo because it's gonna make Spence look bad.
It's gonna make Spence look real bad.
So Al Haymon depriving his fighters of legacy and their biggest payday. He gonna turn around. We've turned around and lose to Keith Thurman. Man, I would not watch that fight. Mark my words. Like I said, I would not watch Canelo fight live unless he lost. Mark my words. I will not watch that fight. Mark my words. I will not
versus Keith Thurman.
I won't stream it. I won't watch it. I won't dream it.
I'm not watching whatever movie comes out that Saturday, that weekend. It could be Titanic 2. Count me in.
Yeah,
I'll make sure I pre-order the tickets for the last showing. This way, I'm definitely missing the fight.
Yeah, they had Bivol and Canelo at the movies out here. I wouldn't pay them 20 cents. If I knew he would have lost, I would have bought it. But
well, yeah, in hindsight, duh. You know, who wouldn't have? I watched it, but you know, it's only because basketball had ended at an appropriate time. So.
Yeah, I was already fried, man. Who was the last game? Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis and Golden State.
Playoffs week, man. It's weaker than the drink they make at the bar.
And and it was Saturday night. I ain't watching no baseball on Saturday night, bro.
Man, I don't even be watching TV. Don't be nothing coming on like basketball week, bro. My man's literally grabbed John Knee and they all, man. The game's just soft, bro. They got mad because I did the video on Jordan Poole and everybody disliked it. I don't care long. The worst thing you can do is not hit nothing. I don't care if you thumbs up or thumbs down. Why is Spence so special to Al? What's going on? He said that they said that he wanted him to be the next Errol, Floyd Mayweather. Yep. And then you find it funny too that Floyd Mayweather going out and telling Crawford that he want to help him get the fight. It sounds like extortion to me if you being real or whatever.
Yeah, it do. It do.
It really do sound like they trying to extort him for that fight, but or Floyd trying to backdoor Al. And I told y'all it was a rumor going out there that when Floyd went to jail again, allegedly, well, he did go to jail after the Cotto fight, that he had an alleged another tax issue with Al Haymon. He took care of that tax issue, and in exchange for taking care of the tax issue, Floyd Mayweather had no ownerships in any PBC fighters. So he doesn't own any PBC fighters. So that's why PBC don't run their fighters through Mayweather Promotions. Because when Al paid his tax debt, allegedly, that he in return, he took the fight. And Floyd just said, I'll pay you back. He just said, I paid you back with 50% interest. You know how important owning them fighters is, bro?
Especially when it comes to the TV.
All that. Like, bro, he has no ownership. And now Tank, allegedly, if he don't stay with Mayweather, he going to just to be with Al.
And fight nobody. Still.
Like I said before, that's why Floyd went over to Dubai, wherever he fighting at, and did that deal. They said that he only got to cut Leonard Ellaby in on the deal, or he ain't got to cut Al in. So he keep all the pros for himself. He don't even want to let it cut his daddy in on training them.
Yeah,
whoever my man's is, they
got
doing
GT
the match.
coaching him.
Yeah, what is that?
That's AB man's.
He probably paying that nigga like bro, you probably be getting money with your daddy.
GT the one that GT kind of like the Floyd Mayweather version of Bernie.
Like I said before, he'll be getting money with your family, but whatever.
I think
Maybe his dad
GT
can't travel.
Floyd, to be honest, I think GT like Floyd cousin too, from what I've heard.
He said this is different. Wilder didn't have 3 titles; he had 1. You talking about Wilder for? I don't know. What happened? Errol Spence leaking shit out, allegedly saying that.
What happened? Errol Spence is a big pansy and a fraud.
And he leaking out saying Al Haymon is the one. Al Haymon making him ask for 80-20 versus Crawford. But I never understood too was on Crawford's side. Now I'm just looking on the outside and looking in, right? I never understood when they stopped negotiating and they said they was going to negotiate after the Ugas fight. Once he got 3 belts, what you thought? It's no different. It was 80-20 before the 3 belts. It was 80-20 after the 3 belts. And then you talking about just go beat them 80-20 or what? What are we 80-20? Like that's what Mayweather used to give like his opponents. But if the pot is what? $100 million or whatever he made, like bro, like 20% of $100 million, yeah, I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? That's $20 million. Well, they wasn't getting that much, but you know what I'm saying? Whatever the guarantee was, they probably was taking home what 5 to 10 after the fact. They probably taking home close to 10.
Because remember, Berto said that he made more than 7.
More than who?
More than 7.
So yeah, they probably made about 10 fight Mayweather. 80-20 versus Errol Spence. Like, bro, Ugas didn't get no 80-20. Ugas guarantee was a cool $1 million, bro.
Hey,
so if you saying,
I remember Earl's guarantee was what 1.5.
So yeah, okay, let's say hypothetically they said they couldn't afford to fight, and let's say they guarantee pot. Let's just say is $10 million. I'm just saying. So they telling him to take 20% of $10 million. Come on, and that's if the pot is $10 million. They guarantees ain't never that high. So what am I taking 20% of what? What am I taking 20% of? This ain't Mayweather. This ain't Canelo.
Yeah, no.
Like I said, if I'm him, I gotta whoop his ass for myself, bro. Some Apollo Creed, Rocky 3 shit. I just gotta do it for myself.
Show up at Weight Bully Spence's gym.
I just gotta.
Despite what that little Mexican boy said, bro, he's not here. How many times I have to tell you? Nah.
And anybody co-signing this, bro, you ain't no real boxing fan, bro.
You're not about yo. Like I said, anybody. I hope Gemini Hoops is listening. I'm about to type in it.
That's Errol Spence. That's Errol Spence himself, bro.
Listen, I'm about to tell him right now in the Discord, bro. Y'all need to stop with this whole chatting about God knows what. Sorry, I was about to go off with the language, CJ. Y'all are not. Y'all's not
earlier.
What happened?
He said something, Terence. I don't know.
Y'all are not agents. First of all, everybody's on this page. Everybody's on YouTube for one reason only. We supposed to be boxing fans. We supposed to be brothers. We supposed to be boxing fans. Why in the hell do y'all not want to see this fight? Y'all really worship this man that much to the point where y'all don't want to see him fight the next best fighter in the division? Y'all that scared?
So he said hating is a sickness. A lot of y'all hate yourself in the light, hate yourself in life y'all live. Hold on. Figure this out. He says that don't hate me for busting my ass 20 plus years of my life to get where I'm at now. I'm gonna be talking about forever with the best of them. They going to always remember that kid from Omaha. I mean, like I said before, he telling you right now, like, bro, like I bust my ass 20 years. I'm not taking no 20, and I don't blame him, bro. That's like Hollywood. Once you go to that party, once you take that bait, it's a wrap.
Oh, you mean when they make you do what Errol Spence trying to do for Canelo? Bend over to the front, touch your toes?
Come on.
When they make you scrub the ground?
Come on. Once you scrape that low, like, bro, they control you. Once you say no, then they meet to you. then you end up like Epstein in a prison cell or something like that. So,
or you end up like
what up, TB? TB said a long time ago, you gotta drag that man in the ring. You gotta give him
kicking and screaming.
That's the only way. You know the deal, man. He's still he's still bullshitting around, right? Still
TBE,
talking shit on Twitter.
TBE. This is the
not,
most
not sending the contract.
Now you blaming Al.
TBE. This is the most egregious thing that I've ever heard and read. I'm sorry. Listen, TBE. After this, I don't know if I could watch any PBC events ever again. If I wasn't getting listen, if I wasn't getting tickets for free as a present to Tank's fight, I promise you I would have snuck in the Barclays Center. Promise you.
So what's the latest story now, man?
Tell him, CJ. Tell him, CJ.
He's saying this Al making him ask for 80-20.
He would.
That's what he leaking to.
He rather give 60-40, but Al.
He rather compromise 60-40. Al and Al
didn't he come out and say a couple months ago that all that 60-40 stuff he was the one making it up, and that he probably was making the fight difficult to get, and he basically confessed. So what he's man, this guy is, I tell you, man, fear is a real motivator, boy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's motivated by fear, man. He's afraid of Crawford, bro. That's the only other solution. That's the only other answer we can come up with. I mean, all these stories and all this nonsense and all these excuses. He's the one that's stopping the fight from happening. It had nothing to do with Al Haymon. Al Haymon probably trying to get him to make the fight, and he don't want to make it.
No, he's saying Al is the one asked for 80-20.
Al's gonna get paid 80-20? Who's getting paid, him or Al?
Him. But he said Al is saying Crawford is asked for 50-50. And he allegedly told Spence that his game plan is to get back the $1.5 billion that he blew on all this BS fighting. So he probably trying to get that money back from for the investors. That's why he's putting Tank at the Barclays Centers, because
you're joking around, man. Come on.
No, I'm not.
Seriously,
no,
he's not lying. He's not lying. TB, I seen it.
They said when he got 1.5, I'm just heard allegedly. They said he took the 5 off the top. Now I don't know what he took the 5 off the top and did with it, but apparently, them investors they got mad at him because Canelo was the only way they was gonna put money up, Canelo or Floyd, and then he stopped doing fights with the Barclays Centers. They had some type of deal, but most of his fighters probably weren't vaccinated, so I don't know what the deal. So now Tank back at the Barclays Center. Long story short, so. I don't, man. Like I said, man, it's just to the point where this is comedy, bro. I've never seen nothing like this. People got in the ring with Mike Tyson, even though Mike Tyson brought money. I ain't never seen nothing like this, bro. Like this dude literally don't want to fight this man. And now you want to hide behind Al.
CJ, I don't care what you say. TBE, I don't care what you say. Gemini Hoops, you's a big man fan. I don't care what you say. This is worse than when Riddick Bowe dumped the title in the trash can. I don't care what nobody says.
Where'd you get that story from, CJ?
We can't tell you.
I got a good source on that one, bro. Real good source. And then Errol Spence told the guy stop saying his name on his videos.
Yeah.
He said, just say you. What he say? Just say you got it from a source or something.
Just say you got it from a source.
Like, bro, why would you say this man's name? Like I said before, and what I heard before was they was pushing for him to fight Keith Thurman. So,
well, we already know that, but yeah, I can't say that I'm surprised. Okay, if that's the case, if that's what it is, then I can't really say I'm surprised. It doesn't surprise me at all, because at the end of the day, I mean, this guy, he has left so many. I mean, it's not even hints. He's like slapping you in the face with it. I'm not going to fight this guy no matter what. That's why I keep saying that the only way he's going to get in that ring if we drag him in there. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen in that way. And it looked like the dragging was working for a little while, but now it looks like I already know the deal, man. I told you guys that as soon as the fight is over.
Shout out to you, TVE.
I told y'all.
Shout out to Kofi's Universe, because TVE and Kofi's Universe, CJ too. I had a little glimpse of hope, but them 3 that I just named, they have always been on the constant. they don't think that the fight was going to happen. They were not optimistic about it.
Like I said, bro, there's only one way it's gonna happen. Okay, and we see that he just did all that talk to promote his. He mentioned Crawford's name a couple of times to promote his fight with Ugas. His fight did great, okay, and now he's back to the same old, man, and ducking and just ducking and being the duck. So Ductorious, Mr. Ductorious. So yeah, well, it doesn't surprise me at all. But so much, enough about fishes and ducks.
They said they were shooting for September and shit. Now you like I said before, man, it is what it is. Now he gets back in the gym and start acting like he's fighting and he tuning up for something, bro. Like, man, like I said before, man. Like I said, I will gladly go to Top Rank. I will gladly go to Eddie Hearn cards. I will unless they somehow put on a big black event. They did Wilder dirty, and these PBC fanboys so stupid they can't even see how they did Wilder.
Well, hey, look, man. The bottom line is this, okay? I mean, I predicted Ugas was going to knock Spence out. He did knock Spence out, but he let him off the hook. Now, all I'm saying is that if Ugas would have did what he was supposed to do when he hit Spence that second time and they followed up and hit him again, the referee couldn't tell him to stop. People talking about the referee told him to stop. And if the referee said stop, the referee was wrong. He can't say stop. The referee can't stop the action. He has to wait for a lull in the action and then stop the fight, which is what Ugas gave him when he stopped. He should have never stopped. I don't know why he stopped. Okay? So, Ugas had to fight, and by stopping, that cost him the fight right there. That was a big rookie mistake on Ugas' part because you see the referee tried, was gliding around, but he didn't actually go in and try to stop it because he couldn't stop it. He's not supposed to stop it. But he was looking for a chance to stop it, and Ugas gave it to him by stopping. For what? I don't know. Because when he hit Spence the second time, the referee jumped out the way, right? To let the fight go on. Then Ugas stopped and looked at the referee, and the referee just jumped in and stopped the fight. So, man.
If he's trying to get this 1.5, but it got to involve Mayweather or Canelo or both.
It involves Canelo, and it involves Canelo.
We're going to send him on and I'm taking all bets.
You said 1.5 billion? What do you...
That's what he borrowed. That's what he needed. That's what he got to start PBC.
Yeah, that's the money that they from the investors.
That's why they was able to.
Yo, CJ, who's coming up with this? This is your story. This is what you're.
Man, you can look that up. He got man. He got a real overbid. Like Eddie Hearn said, he got $1 billion. Eddie Hearn really didn't have $1 billion. Al Haymon got $1.5 billion, and they said the rumor is he took half. He took the 0.5 off top. Now I don't know what he did with the 0.5. Whatever he did with that, that's on him. But yeah, that's how. Why do you think they was throwing money away? And now all of a sudden, you look at the gear. You can look at the guarantees from when they started PBC and look at them now. It'll tell you the truth. Look at the guarantees. Like he was giving Thurman like $4 million to fight fucking Bundu, bro. Like he had them. He had money. He just blew it. He blew it on nothing.
To be fair, Thurman was putting in numbers, man. I mean,
then he disappeared.
Yeah, well, I mean,
then he disappeared. Like, bro, that's why they guaranteed Spence fighting for $1.5 million guaranteed. And another tidbit, and this is a fact. Spence got to sell over 150. Most boxers got to sell over 150,000 to get 3% of the pay-per-view buys after 150,000. If they don't sell 150,000, they don't get no percentage of the pay-per-view buys. Canelo can sell 150,000. He can sell 100,000 after 100. He get 10% of every buy. And if they don't break even, then the fighters don't get the guarantee. So
yeah, because in the Danny Garcia Errol Spence fight, the network they was expecting like 600,000 to 700,000 buys, and they only got like 200,000. So they were very disappointed. After that fight. Actually, what's been going on though is that Spence has been basically. Disappoint the network. So, it's been a big disappointment for them because Spence hasn't really put in the numbers that they kind of expected him to pull in. You know what I mean? So, constantly overestimating what he's gonna get, what he's gonna pull in, and he's constantly underperforming. So it is what it is. But he did good in this fight. It looks like, from what I'm hearing. What do you say about those numbers?
Fake.
Rick Glazer said 150. I don't know what he did. I heard somebody say 97. Oh, if he did 240, congratulations.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Rick Glazer said 150, but I heard 97. I heard some. Oh, if they did 240, they did 240. Dang. They said they did $40,000, 40,000 seats, but they tickets was like $35, $42.
So if Al Haymon need all this money that you're talking, which I don't believe it, actually, CJ, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm not.
Go ahead, don't believe it. Hold on.
All I'm saying, if he
TVE.
need all this money, why he's not making the Errol Spence fight? And that's a big money fight.
That's why he in the predicament that he in.
Because Errol Spence don't want to fight.
Man, his name is just Errol Spence. He just don't make big fights, bro. I heard that. He just saved fights for the leverage the networks. Every fight that he didn't marinate, then fell out. I don't know. Here you go, right here. When did PC start? Shit, this is an actual article. $925 million lawsuit filed over investments with PBC. Shady entrepreneur Al Haymon.
What the fuck?
How do you allegedly lose over $500 million in 3 years?
What?
He says that. Oh, I don't care about that part. It says, turning the business model upside down seems to have made some shareholders of Waddle funds extremely unhappy. Fight opinion. Zach Arnold was first to discover a February lawsuit in the Kansas City federal court filed by Waddle by shareholders of funds purportedly invested into Al Haymon's corporate entities. Investors are looking to recover at least $300 million and perhaps as much as $925 million of losses and other damages as a result of willful and gross breaches of fiduciary duty towards shareholders and prudently monitor supervised funds investments to meet the investments objective as stated in the funds whatever the hell that is. Was that prospectuses? I don't know what the fuck.
Prospectuses.
There you go. Supervise the fund's portfolio manager. 3, rigorously enforce the fund's compliance and ethical code of conduct. So apparently they supposed to be showing how he lost $300 million, whatever the hell this is. So I don't know what this MV fund. This is how they funding them. So that's $830 million in total that came from. Okay, when did PBC start? Hold on. Yeah, I thought this was public information. I ain't fucking know. Hold on. So yeah, he had the rumor is he had 1.5 billion. That's the rumor. And he allegedly took 5 off the top. So it started in 2015, but they started funding them in 2013. So all these different security accounts, I mean, it's big money here. Then that's why they were saying that they was trying to push for Mayweather to come back and fight Pacquiao because Mayweather and Canelo is the only 2 fighters that they gonna keep investing money with. And I'll just say this: I know of somebody who know the guys who did a lot of these fighters' contracts. For sure. That's how I know that Charlo, if he wins Saturday, Jermell, his contract gonna go up to $4 million a fight. Right now, the rumor is he around 2.7. I'm gonna use rumor, but I'm telling you, Al Haymon run
deserve more than that.
Yeah, Al Haymon run a very leaky ship. So yeah, Al Haymon had the rumor is he had 1.5 billion worth of money. And he has a deal with the Barclays Center. It's kind of like, I guess his deal will be similar to what Bob Arum got with Madison Square Garden. And he stopped putting fights on there, but common sense told you that probably most of his fighters weren't vaccinated. And now the mandate is lifted. Now he getting the fight back there. So yeah, that dude had a lot of money starting PBC. He was blowing money. They said he blew. This article was wrote in 2016. They said he blew 500 in in the first 3 years. Whatever he got that money from, he blew $500 million.
Yo, Al Haymon is a big fish, man. He's a real big fish.
I mean, Floyd Mayweather, and then Mayweather, the rumor is, again, which I know this ain't the rumor because I got this from another really good they said that the dude, like, he will make his own fights in Dubai and over in Japan and stuff so he can cut Leonard Ellerbe and Al Haymon out. Allegedly, Al Haymon be taking his checks and not paying them until down the road. And he said it himself. He said, I'm still cashing checks from 10 years ago. And the one again, yeah, he said he still cash. He just did an interview. So I'm still doing cash checks 10 years ago. The rumor is there's no interest on Al Haymon reinvesting his money. So when if he was owed $100 million for a fight, $50 million, $10 million, it's not like it's interest. Al Haymon is taking their money, doing something with it. They call it, quote unquote, reinvesting, allegedly, and they getting the money 10 years later. But allegedly, it's no interest on the money. And that's why Floyd going to these little Dubai deals that Floyd doing, he doing them on his own. He doing them on his own. So he don't have to cut Leonard Ellerbe allegedly and cut in Al Haymon. Because Al Haymon allegedly keep taking this money and reinvesting it, bro. And I tell you this, I got that from somebody very close to that situation, bro. People be talking. And it makes sense. He said, I'm still cashing checks from 10, 20 years ago. Like, nigga, what? I'm thinking like they said AB said he still ain't got paid for the Pacquiao fight. He asked a very prominent white fighter in his day for some money.
Yeah, but these guys were living on that.
Wait, what?
They were living.
He asked a very high-profile white fighter that used to fight in the 2000s.
Oh my God!
And he said, "We supposed to be brothers. We supposed to be Ohio brothers." And he said, "Al Haymon ain't paid you yet." He said, "No, Al Haymon's man saving AB from himself. I understand that." In Miami, they said Ugas fixed the fight for $2 million more. You know, like I said, if that's true, I wouldn't be surprised, bro. But if I'm gonna fix a fight, I'm not gonna look like him, though.
No, I don't think he fixed the fight. I just think he made a mistake in the fight by not taking Spence out when he had opportunity. Okay,
he said that he heard in Miami that he fixed it. Now a lot of people they were saying this at a real popular gym I heard, but I ain't fixing no fight. If I'm fixing the fight, TB, I ain't looking like that.
Yeah, fix the fight, man. Hold on. People need to stop it.
Look here. If I'm fixing the fight, I'm not looking like that. I look for me to look like that.
That's your ain't makeup.
Look here, I need 100 minimum for me to even think about looking like that. I know, bro. If you
to take a beating like that,
no. If I'm gonna fix a fight, I'm not looking like that. Not for no $2 million. $2 million ain't gonna help. His eye was still swole 2 weeks after the fight.
Yeah, I don't believe he fixed the fight. I mean, you never know these things, but I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say the fight was fixed. I don't think so. That
don't look like no fixed fight, bro.
I think he could have had Spence and he blew it. Yeah, he probably kicking himself every time.
He hurt Spence twice in that round too. He
probably kicking himself every time he watched that fight. He probably saying, "Damn, there was my chance to be at the top." You know what I'm saying? Maybe the lights and all the big, everything probably just got to him. I don't know.
Haymon told that nigga, "You better sit your ass down. You punching too hard." He ain't supposed to be.
Bivol almost knocked out Canelo, man. I don't. These guys, they need Crawford to show them how it's done, man. He had Canelo hurt, and he let Canelo bluff him.
I don't even think he wanted to knock Canelo out.
Yeah, I don't.
He wasn't throwing nothing hard, bro. He was just literally trying to score. I think the next time he'll fight him at 68 for undisputed. He really punking Canelo ass.
No. He said he's threatening to go down to 168 and take Canelo's belts. That nigga said, I want to go down to 100. I'm going on 168 and fight for those belts.
That's the second time he said that too.
He said that years ago, over 5 years ago.
Canelo
he said, "I'll move down to 168 for a catchweight fight with Canelo."
Look, he should have knew then. He should have left his ass alone.
Yeah, I think if he fight again, they're not going to fight again. Canelo's not going to fight him again.
I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either. Why? He's too big for him, and he's too strong and too fast. Fight him for what? What are you going to do?
Canelo bulked up too much too, though. His
Bro, I showed you, bro.
advantage was his speed.
I showed you, bro.
Yeah, but Canelo's a strong dude, though, man. He could take a punch, that's for sure. Cause that guy was landing some shots.
That dude, he wasn't. He was just scoring. He wasn't really punching him like he could have punched him. He just went in there to score.
He landed a couple of good shots.
No, he landed some good shots, but he was just touching him like Mayweather. If he really, I think if he really committed to that right hand, I think he thought he was probably gonna get countered. So he just was touching him.
He was looking for that. But I mean, you saw what he said about Canelo, which is a good point. And this is why Canelo got tired so fast. Canelo was like every punch was a knockout. Every single punch that Canelo threw was a knockout punch. Every punch. He punched hard every punch. And that was a mistake because he expended a lot of energy and he thought the guy was going to crumble, but he was still there after like 7 rounds. And after the 7th round, he started picking it up, and
he couldn't hit him clean, no way.
Canelo couldn't keep up with him. Yeah,
if he really sat on that right hand, he would have landed. Canelo would have flew out them damn ropes.
He landed some good shots, and Canelo could take a punch, man. You know that.
No, I'm just telling you, he did not punch to hurt him, bro. He punched to score.
Nah,
he did not, bro.
Man.
No, he did not, bro. I'm telling you, he wasn't punching to hurt him, bro. I'm telling you the truth.
All right, I'm gonna tell you this. He did say this. Okay, Bivol said that Canelo made a mistake by punching. Every punch was a hard punch. That was a mistake. He said Canelo made, and that's why Canelo got so tired. He said. Now,
man, I seen that man throw. Benavidez said that's the hardest right hand he tested in his boxing career, and that's with 16s and probably a headgear on. The next time he fight Canelo Alvarez, bro,
he's gonna knock him out.
He gonna throw that right here. He gonna try to knock him out.
No, because he's more confident now, and he knows he can beat Canelo. So now this time he's gonna go after. He can be more aggressive, which he should have been in this fight.
He was
but
smart.
He fought smart though. He
said what they say in the telecast. He said, I don't think about getting robbed. If I lose, I'm just happy if I think I win. He said, if I win, I think I win. I'm happy with that. Canelo picked the wrong guy, bro. Literally.
Well, you should have watched my video, bro.
I ain't watch it, man. I woke up. I woke up, bro. I knew he can fight. I didn't watch several people. Huh?
Who did you pick?
Pick nobody. I didn't care.
He didn't do a prediction. He didn't do no videos, nothing.
I just woke up. Look, I woke up hungover.
You know what that tells me? He didn't do the prediction. You know what that tells me? That tells me that you were hoping that Bivol would win, but you wasn't sure. You wasn't sure because you figured Canelo.
They still trying to take it from him, though.
Yeah, I know they did. They did try it. Yeah, they did try it.
I woke up right, and look, I had my phone just sitting there for like 2 hours. I woke up. I was gonna check my phone, right? I see Kobe texting my phone, just the notifications. I scroll and ESPN come up and it said Canelo lose the Bivol. I said, I instantly set the puppy down, put her to sleep, and I watched that whole fight. I stopped everything I did. I found that fight before they took it down. And the first 4 rounds, they were competitive. But I just thought Bivol just did a lot, and then Bivol just took off.
Yeah, after the 7th round, he picked up the pace.
He took
7th round, he started picking the pace up real hard, and Canelo couldn't keep up with him.
That was a 9-3. At the most for Canelo, it was 8-4, bro.
Yeah, that was like a 117, 111 fight.
Yeah, that was man. Bivol, man, like I said before, he man, he one of them dudes that, man, you challenge him, he gonna rise to it. But let me get out of here, man. I'm gonna finish watching Milwaukee before I go to bed. Hopefully they win. Appreciate you, TBE. Appreciate you, Kobe.
CJ.